You can be a functioning autistic woman, and if you're pretty enough, you get a $200,000 a year job working at a nightclub.
It's
well, they
like
can also
autism.
label it bipolar
Autism
as well.
in women is completely different than autism in men.
Well, it's because if you're really hot and autistic, men will still have sex with you.
Wait, have y'all seen the show Love on the Spectrum?
Yeah.
I love that show.
But you understand, again, what I say before, 80% of women and 40% of men throughout history have reproduced.
Well,
that means if a woman has autism and she's really attractive, men will reproduce with her.
In America, we don't have studies based on women and autism. It's all based on men.
No, men are more likely to suffer from autism, but we have studies based on autism in women.
It's
of course
mainly in Europe. It's European studies.
There's studies on women and autism for sure. Of course there is. But like the thing is, okay, here's the difference. If I'm autistic and I'm a boy, you're just going to notice it more because I'm not going to be able to have friends. But if you're a girl and you're pretty with big boobs and you have autism, you are going to have friends, and you're just not going to notice it.
It's not even based on that. It's when it's hard to have friends.
I'm not saying it's not hard to have friends, but you are like your lack of calibration, if you're pretty enough, doesn't bleed through as much as if you're a man.
I don't agree with that because the way women are set up as a child, we are taught to have a mask on, be quiet. Men are taught to be more loud, take up space.
Cool. Gender role that you're explaining then would hide your autism.
That's why a lot of women actually don't get diagnosed until
later in life.
Absolutely.
Their
Still.
mask starts falling
Thank you
off.
for that diagnosis.
Yes.
I
also,
thought I was autistic at some point in my life.
But also, my point is because it affects you, it's going to affect you less in life than it would a man. Meaning your opportunities.
I think it depends on the degree of the
autism. For sure. But if you take,
if you're high functioning and you can mask that, it's not going to affect you.
And people on Love on the Spectrum are very low functioning autistic.
Okay, well, you're all idiots because here it is. It was 2 weeks ago, idiots. She also gets half my retirement. I already said I have recordings. My kids are teenagers. Well, that settles it.
Well, good. I'm glad you can be mad at us all you want. We don't care.
And let's be real. Men have greater consequences for being crazy. A man will get called out by women and men in public, and men will beat and imprison them. Women can be way crazier with nothing happening.
You can be a functioning autistic woman, and if you're pretty enough, you get a $200,000 a year job working at a nightclub. If you're beautiful and autistic, you can go be a stripper and make a lot of money.
Yeah, but you need social skills.
You don't need that many social.
No, with
if you're pretty enough, I just don't think so.
Social skills, it's literally all about social skills when it comes to that.
It really is.
You could be really hot as fuck, but if you are not social enough, you're not.
I agree. I agree with you. You're saying if you're a man. I just think that women can be pretty enough to overcome any of that.
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
There's the pretty privilege definitely works.
Pretty privilege is a thing,
aspects.
but when it comes to certain disabilities, pretty privilege doesn't take you that.
Well, okay, so
far.
as somebody who I literally thought that I was autistic. I have not done the test because it's thousands of dollars as an adult to do.
Girl, I think I'm autistic every other day.
Now.
I literally had this conversation with my therapist, and I was like, I think I'm autistic, and she thinks that I'm not autistic because of the way how I grew up. I grew up in the middle of nowhere.
Yep, same.
And I grew up in a small town in the middle of nowhere. So, and also my parents passed away when I was young.
Let's work on this. What emotion am I emoting here?
You're happy.
Girl,
I'm asking you a question.
Girl, autism is not like that, though.
No. But here's the thing, though. Autistic people will study human behavior
and try and learn from it. Yes, and that's why, on Love on the Spectrum.
What feeling am I having right now?
But you have to train them, just kind of
but
also the classes that you guys be teaching some people. You have to teach people social skills.
Yes, of course, as a man, I teach social skills.
But that's the same thing with women too. You have to learn social skills.
I'm not saying you don't need. I'm not saying that social skills are not useful for a woman. I'm just saying that the penalty you pay for being autistic as a man is greater than the penalty you pay if you're an attractive woman. Period. It's just.
And I don't think.
And if that wasn't the case, then you wouldn't.
I love Love on the Spectrum.
I know, but I don't think that's a really good thing to base off of.
Yeah,
they're very low functioning.
If I'm a man and I'm autistic, I will die a virgin most likely. No one will ever have sex with me.
Well, it depends on where you are on the scale.
If it's affecting my ability to deal with the opposite sex and affecting my ability to read social cues, then that's enough to because I have clients and I'm telling you, when they're autistic, the uphill climb for them to get any women to pay attention to them is massive. It's huge. But if a girl looks like Miranda and she's fully autistic, guys are still going to come after her, or you, or any of you guys. Dudes will still want to date you even if you're autistic. That's the difference. That's what I mean by the penalty you pay.
Well, yeah, because men, we expect them to pursue us, and with autism, like there's a lack of ability to pursue.